The Wandering Elf, Part 2. Seeker wandered around the room looking for anything that he might recognize. Unfortunately, there was nothing except the fire engine under the tree. Seeker sat down and waited. He didn't know what he was waiting for, but there was nothing else he could think of doing except wait. Seeker didn't have to wait long before a strange-looking elf carrying a baby polar bear with long ears came into the room and headed straight for him and the little red fire engine. Seeker was frightened and went into freeze mode. That's when an elf gets stiff and stops moving. Elves do that sometimes, especially when polar bears are around. The strange-looking elf carried Seeker around all day long, even when big elves came bringing presents for the strange-looking elf. One of the big elves brought a cake with a fire on top and started walking toward Seeker. Then all the big elves started singing. Seeker was really scared as the fire got closer and closer, but just when he was ready to get out of freeze mode and run away, the strange-looking elf blew out the flames. Seeker wanted to thank the elf for saving him, but before he could, the strange-looking elf went into freeze mode. It was quiet, so Seeker took the opportunity to wander around the house and look for a girl. He looked upstairs and downstairs, but he couldn't find the pink bell with a head and 4 squiggly lines anywhere. He didn't look outside because there were too many strange noises out there. He was disappointed and started to get homesick until he saw the fire engine. And then it happened. The strange little elf came out of freeze mode. "Now, how did you get on the floor?" the strange little elf said to herself. "I jumped," answered Seeker. "What? You can talk?" said the strange little elf. "Of course I can talk," said Seeker. "But let's keep that our little secret, okay?" Seeker spent the next day talking with the strange little elf, who wondered even more than he did. She asked so many questions that it was hard for Seeker to find out things he wanted to know. But he did find out that her name was Noel, but everyone called her No-No. She was born on Christmas Day, and most importantly, she was a girl. Oh, and one other thing he found out. It was way too hot for him here, so No-No came up with an idea. Seeker discovered that cold chocolate ice cream made him feel better, and it tasted good too. Everything was great until No-No's mommy walked into the kitchen. She started laughing and told No-No not to use chocolate ice cream anymore to keep Seeker cool. So No-No came up with another idea. When everyone was in freeze mode, Seeker would go downstairs into the kitchen and sit in the fridge to cool off. Everything was going so well until one night. Daddy came into No-No's bedroom while she was in freeze mode and took her Christmas tree and Seeker to a place at the top of the house. He put Seeker and the tree into a cardboard box, and then Daddy left. Seeker was alone again, and he got homesick again, and he wondered what his friends were doing back at Santa's workshop. Back at the North Pole, things went along as usual. Tinsel painted, Professor Pudding planned, Stamper stamped, and Hoofer took care of Rudolph. Things got better after No-No cried and asked her daddy to bring Seeker back. Her daddy wanted to make No-No feel better, so he took her to see his firehouse. When Seeker saw how big the red fire engine was, he told No-No, "Wow, it would take Tinsel and me 3 years to paint this fire engine." Seeker and No-No went everywhere together. They went to the playground where Seeker met lots of boys and girls. They went to the zoo and Seeker saw animals that he never knew. They went shopping with Mommy and rugby matches with Daddy. But Seeker's favorite place was the beach, because the sand reminded Seeker of snow, except it was a lot hotter and much more scratchier. Seeker learned so much about No-No's world, and she learned about his. Seeker was having so much fun, but he knew he had to go back home. Christmas was coming, so Seeker asked No-No to write a letter to Santa, telling him that Seeker was sorry and that he wanted to go back to the North Pole. No-No told him that she couldn't write, but Mommy could write the letter to Santa. "No, No-No," said Seeker. "Remember your promise. No one but you can know who I really am." There was nothing Seeker could do except learn how to write. So he and Nono learned how to write together. It took a while, but Seeker and Nono finally finished writing their secret letters to Santa. Seeker wanted only one thing. He wanted to go home on Christmas Eve. Nono wanted only one thing for Christmas. She wanted Seeker to still be with her on Christmas morning. Santa was going to have a problem making both wishes come true. Meanwhile, back at the North Pole, Santa's elves were still trying to figure out what happened to Seeker. More than likely, he fell into a seal's hole, said Tinsel. Nah, he probably went wandering again, got lost, said Professor Pudding. I think a polar bear ate him, said Hoofer. Just then, Stamper stormed into the room, waving a letter in his hand. I know what happened to Seeker. It was Christmas Eve, and Seeker knew Santa would be arriving soon. He was scared of seeing Santa, but he knew he had to face the consequences of what he had done a year ago. When Seeker heard Santa's sleigh on the roof, he woke Nono, and they went downstairs to meet Santa. Well, 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 if it isn't the wandering elf himself, said Santa. Both of you come here. Santa wasn't angry with Seeker, because Santa never gets angry. In fact, Santa was glad to see Seeker again. Santa promised Nono that he would bring Seeker every Christmas Eve, so she and Seeker could spend Christmas Day together. Then, after Santa finished delivering presents to the children all around the world, he would pick Seeker up and they would go back to the North Pole. And that's what happened every year. Now, you get some sleep because tonight I have a big surprise for you. Maya, I'd like you to meet my dearest and oldest friend, Seeker, said Grandma Nono. The end? No, it's a new beginning. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next year. Hope you enjoy the story and you'll pass it on to your family and friends this Christmas season. Thanks for watching, and feel free to contact me at papastache@yahoo.com. Merry Christmas.